Hello dear student, good morning. Welcome back in a class of engineering chemistry. I am Asha Pawar working as assistant professor in SNJP's Letso KBJ College of Engineering Chandwad, Nasik. Student, in last 3 sessions we learn what is hardness, what is unit of hardness, how to determine the hardness in the laboratory, how to determine alkalinity of water sample in the laboratory. In today's session we learn ill effect, that is bad effect of hard water in boiler. That is, water is used for the steam generation in industry and it's required the larger metal tank, that is boiler. And if we use the hard water that is having hardness greater than 250 ppm, then some bad effect occur like boiler corrosion, priming and foaming, sludge and scale formation, and caustic embrittlement. Then we learn one by one their causes, prevention, etc. So the first ill effect occur if we use the hard water for the steam generation, that is boiler corrosion. Then boiler corrosion is the most serious problem created or caused by using unsuitable water, that is hard water. Then what is boiler corrosion? Boiler corrosion can be defined as the destruction of metal by chemical or electrochemical attack by its environment. That is, if we use hard water, then boiler metal get destructed due to the chemical or electrochemical attack. Then if boiler corrosion occur in a larger extent, what are the disadvantage of that boiler corrosion? So due to the boiler corrosion, reducing the life of boiler. Obviously boiler metal get destruct means life get reduced. Second, leakage of joints and rivets. Number of joints and rivets in the boiler, and due to the destruction plane surface get destructed means leakage occur. And the last, increased cost of repairs and maintenance. During the steam generation, some required rate, and that required rate get disturbed due to the destruction of metal, that is corrosion, means it required some repair and maintenance, and that required cost. Then causes, that is what are the reason behind the boiler corrosion. First reason, that is dissolved gas, means dissolved oxygen. If oxygen present in boiler water is a larger amount, then that oxygen react with boiler metal, that is iron, at a higher temperature, formation of ferrous hydroxide. Again that ferrous hydroxide react with oxygen dissolve in water, formation of rust, that is Fe2O3. Then how to remove the oxygen from the boiler water? By using deaeration method, or we add some quantity of sodium sulfite or hydrazine. If we use the sodium sulfite, then sodium sulfite react with oxygen, formation of salt sodium sulfate, and after filtration easily separated from the water. Second, if we use the hydrazine, hydrazine react with oxygen, formation of nitrogen and water. Use of hydrazine is more advantageous because after the addition of hydrazine there is a no salt formation. Then the second reason of the boiler corrosion, that is dissolved CO2, carbon dioxide. If water containing larger amount of dissolved CO2, then it form the carbonic acid H2CO3, and due to that carbonic acid corrosion takes place. Then if the more amount of carbonic acid form, corrosion takes place again at a greater extent, then it is necessary to remove the dissolved CO2, and for that purpose we add a suitable amount of ammonia. That ammonia react with dissolved CO2, formation of ammonium carbonate. And to avoid the corrosion due to the ammonia, means Basic condition again cause the corrosion. Its concentration is maintained to 10 ppm only. Above that we don't use ammonia. Then basic condition occur and corrosion maybe takes place. One more method used to remove the dissolved CO2, that is the mechanical deaerator, that is boiling the water at a proper temperature and pressure to remove the dissolved O2 and CO2. Then the third reason of the boiler corrosion, that is hydrolysis of salt. If water contains salt like weak base and strong acid, for example magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, ferrous chloride, then they hydrolyze, means react with water at a higher temperature and form strong acid. This acid corrode boiler metal. See reaction. MgCl2, that is a salt of weak base and strong acid, it get hydrolyzed into magnesium hydroxide along with formation of strong acid HCl. That HCl react with boiler metal, that is iron, again formation of salt of weak base strong acid and strong acid HCl. Then again this FeCl to get hydrolyzed, again formation of strong acid, means if water containing small amount of such a salt like weak base and strong acid salt, it causes these reactions and continue formation of strong acid. So to prevent the corrosion due to the hydrolysis of salt, we maintain the boiler water pH or adjust the pH in between 8.5 to 9. Then we easily minimize or control the corrosion due to the salts. And the last reason of the boiler corrosion, that is galvanic cells. Along with iron, boiler some part made up of from another metal, and at that situation there is a possibility of formation of galvanic cells. To avoid corrosion due to the galvanic cell, we use the sacrificial anode method, that is suspend the zinc rod directly in boiler water. That zinc act as a anode and itself get corroded, that is it sacrifice for the boiler metal, and we easily minimize corrosion due to the galvanic cell formation. So students, boiler corrosion is a very important effect occur due to the dissolved gases like O2 and CO2, due to the salt like weak base strong acid, and due to the galvanic cell. Thank you.